Live from Eorzea.
Limit Break with your hosts, Unhero.
Google me, bitch!
Kahlo.
I want to be fucking Flame Lord Kahlo Landis.
Juxtaposition.
That's fine. I have a small penis. I'm reading forums.
Ascalia.
I bought something from Giant Wanker the other night.
LimitBreakRadio.com.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Welcome to Limit Break Radio. Radio Ragin'.
Raging Cajun.
Ragin' Cajun. Thanks for tuning into the show. We're live on Twitch TV today. You can subscribe to us at twitch.tv/Limit Break Radio. You'll definitely want to do that if you want to be a part of our live shows. And you want to be a part of our live shows if you want to, do things like call in and participate in the show.
Why wouldn't you?
You can express your feelings about how you feel about things, like hunts. That's what we're going to be talking about today on this edition of Limit Break Radio. Joining me today, of course, are the dynamic duo, the broadcasting team of Juxta and Kahlo. What's up, guys?
Not much. What's up?
What's up?
Glad we're here on part 3.
Part 2.
I really enjoyed the
Two.
hunt episode that we did.
Yeah, it was really good.
Guys are hysterical.
We thought so.
Yeah.
Of course you would think so. But thanks for joining us. If you're joining us on the podcast, thanks for checking us out. Hope you're enjoying your Tome Reset Day, as we now release these on Tuesdays. If you want to check back, limitbreakradio.com every Tuesday, or just about somewhere in there. You will find a brand new episode of Limit Break Radio. But we record all 3 parts in one go in the massive live Twitch streaming session. Generally, that happens on a Saturday because that's most convenient for us. But we hope that you'll continue to join us for future episodes of Limit Break Radio. As you can do that. Twitch.tv/Limit Break Radio. We're going to be taking your calls about the hunt situation that exists in Final Fantasy XIV. It's getting ugly out there, man. It's getting real ugly.
Seen some shit.
There's been a lot to be said about hunts. And as we are live on Twitch TV, here's a little visual. We are in our studios in Eorzea, and we've got maybe we should set up like audience chairs. Maybe that's what I should get.
Yeah, because there's just people sitting on the floor. It looks
Yeah.
terrible.
Yeah.
What a bad host.
I know, I'm terrible. I mean, there's open chairs. They could have sat over there.
Who do we got there manning the bar?
I have no idea. I'm not going to turn on the HUD, so don't even ask.
Why don't you try turning on the hub?
I'm not going to do that.
Can you turn on the HUD, the overlay?
No.
You turn on the overlay?
Heads up
Can
display.
you turn on the overlay?
Nope.
Look, you just have to press that button.
I'm not going to do it.
Press that button, Nero.
Nope.
Press that. See, Leo, I want you to press the button.
No! Can't
Wow.
make me.
All right, well, let's move on from that. That was a really good segment, guys. I felt like that went really well.
If he would have just turned on the HUD, it would have went someplace. We could have thanked our bartender over there.
So, we're going to be talking about hunts today. So, we talked a little bit about them on the first part of the episode. These are new notorious monsters that spawn all across Eorzea. There's 3 different tiers of them at the moment. There's rank B, there's rank A, and rank S. They seem to be on spawn timers. That seems to be...
It's like 1 hour for Bs, 4 to 6 for As,
that sounds right.
and 2 days, 48
48
hours
for
the Ss.
S ranks. Yeah, and did we confirm with maintenance the other day? Do those reset when maintenance hits?
I think that was what people have been saying.
I thought that was the theory, but I didn't actually.
I think they said it was like a day or a day and a half after maintenance, so it makes it a little bit quicker.
Like I didn't come across anyone who was actually logged in like right as maintenance like was lifted. So I can't confirm whether all the hunts were up. That's what some people were theorizing, that all the hunts would be up when we came back from maintenance. I don't know. I have no idea.
Personally, I feel like instead of resetting them in that way, that they could spawn anywhere from when it comes up till their 2-day mark. That way, because this is the thing that's going to start to happen, is they're all going to start dying the same day. Mm-hmm. Then everyone's going to be there. And that when it turns into a pattern like that, it kind of takes a little bit of
the hunt away.
It does. It takes a little bit of the fun out of it.
No, the hunt is what I said. Not fun.
Okay, the hunt.
Yeah, there you go.
So if they are just a pure straight up 48 hours and they respawn, I think that Square Enix needs to turn it into like a 48 to 36 hour. So that way there's still some discrepancy.
So basically, what these are spawn timed NMs that anyone can fight. There's no claim system involved, and if you do a certain threshold of damage to one of these NMs, which the threshold is pretty low, you get different amounts of attributions of myth points, soldiery, and new allied seals, which can be exchanged for a number of things, including Alexandrite to finish off your weapon, and
soldiery armor.
No,
it's not soldiery. It's the old
new
myth armor.
Myth. Oh,
yeah,
myth
the
armor.
old myth armor. But there's also there's
allied
new
seals armor.
Basically. Yeah. And also you can get sands and oils. You can get sands and
Both,
oils.
yes.
Yeah. So really, this is like kind of the big ticket, the big ticket event right now. It seems like if you have the tenacity to grind this out, you can reap the most benefit out of it. And
you can get end-game stuff from doing basically casual content now.
Yeah.
And it's not capped like you could, like soldiery is. It just, you do as much of it as you can.
Or like binding coil lockouts.
Yeah,
you have week-long lockouts of doing a binding coil once you pass it. So it seems like that it removed a lot of the barrier to entry to the I-110 gear, and there is a lot of butthurt going around about that. Endgame players are saying that there's no point in grinding second coil now.
Here's the thing,
I mean,
though.
there is, but I mean, that's
the
what's...
way that it was probably intended was you do the stuff you've been doing. You do your coil, blah, 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 whatever. And once you're done with your lockouts, once you have that downtime, then you could fill it in by doing this.
Right. And I do agree that was probably the intention, but because the rewards are so great out of it, that people have just gone to spamming it. It's
they just
sort of
forsake everything else and just do this because this is the best and most efficient way of doing it.
This is exactly what we were talking about in our discussion with FF11 last episode, where we were saying that the community just went with the job combinations that were the most efficient, and who cares if you're getting a good play experience out of it? People are doing the same thing. They're just grinding hunts to get the rewards because it's the most efficient, and forget all of the other content. Why do you even need it? And so it's really leading to hunts being extremely overpopulated. I mean, just tons of people being there. People are pulling mobs within, not even a minute. The etiquette, the supposed etiquette from the community is that you're supposed to get there, call it out, either in the zone or in your link shell or whatever, and then wait like at least 2 minutes. And people have been pulling, and this is leading to all kinds of asinine backlash. If there's anything that's worse than a troll in an MMO, it's somebody who's coming along with the justice stick and trying to do right by everyone and call this person out and put their name all over Reddit and all of this other nonsense because they pulled a mob too fucking early. The response from the community has been absolutely childish and ridiculous.
My favorite thing that I've seen so far out of our LS, someone said, I miss the good old days in FF11 with NMs. Apparently, the way that NMs worked on the claim system in FF11 was better than the hunt system NMs.
That's insane. That's totally insane.
That's how insane it is. It's like they're not even thinking.
Yeah.
This is just a matter of, oh, you got here too late. Sorry, wait an hour. Wait a couple hours.
Right.
Wait a day.
Right.
As opposed to, I've been camping this thing for 7 days straight. I have yet to get the claim. Holy shit, I finally got it. It didn't drop. Do it all over again.
Right. And the thing that I think I get the most disgusted with is when people automatically, just off the rip, go, oh, that guy's hacking. That guy's using a bot. That guy's using a third-party tool.
Because you didn't get there fast
He's using
enough.
radar. He's using radar!
I can tell because you followed my chocobo, whose name is Null.
Exactly. Exactly. There was that going around for a couple of days.
God.
Name your chocobo after one of the hunt items, and you can find out who's using radar. All right. Let's talk about radar here for a second. I know that we don't talk about third-party tools very often, but let's just take a second to address the radar situation.
Not sure exactly what radar is.
Okay.
The only thing in this kind of situation was in World of Warcraft, they had something called NPC scan, where you would empty your cache, and then once whatever you're looking for loaded in, it would pop up a thing saying, here's that thing.
Right.
You know?
So the most popular parser that exists out there, arguably, is FFXIV app. And not too long ago, there was a plugin that was released that basically allows for an in-game radar. If anyone's familiar with AP radar from the FFXI days, it's a little bit like that. Okay, so you get an on-screen display, and it's about as big as your mini-map. It has about the radius of your mini-map. If you zoom your mini-map all the way out or in, you'll get a different radius of mobs. So here's primarily the problem with radar, is that it is a clusterfuck of names, and there's no mob filtering. So anyone who is using this very basic plugin, this very, very basic plugin, is not going to get any kind of tactical advantage because it's just a clusterfuck of color on your screen. You can barely even use it to effect.
Really?
Yeah.
Because I saw some...
There are more innocuous programs out there that are more in-depth. They do exist, but there's a price point behind them.
Here's my question.
They do exist. Now,
How?
don't get me wrong. These apps do exist out there, but for people for their first assumption to be, oh, well, this guy claimed the NM, he must be fucking botting or whatever. It's just, it's lazy and it's witch hunt attitude that is completely, it doesn't help anything. It's not going to help you get the claim on the next mob. So, shut up. Shut the fuck up about it.
A Nero.
Not everyone who gets the claim is using any kind of app.
How do you have such an intimate knowledge of this app?
I did my research.
He did his research. Wink, wink.
Oh, so is this show going to turn into a witch hunt?
Nudge, nudge.
/ air quotes.
Is this show going to turn into a witch hunt too?
Should we be hunting witches?
Let's see if there's any brooms in your computer there, Nero.
Go through my app list. I don't give a shit. You can check out all of my directories. I
Okay,
don't
so
care.
your app list.
No,
so
it's
you
true,
do
because
have...
I bet if he had this, he would have found Odin by now.
True. Fair
See,
enough.
see.
Fair enough.
See, no, I did a lot of research in preparation for this conversation because it's a really important conversation that needs to be had, and for people to just lazily throw that out there, like, it's like anyone who has a really bad KDR in some first-person shooter, and they go, "Oh, wall hacks! It's wall hacks!" No, it's your shitty playing. Shut up. Shut up.
KDR?
Kill death ratio.
Even I knew that one.
Come on.
Come on!
Come on!
I don't play first-person shooters.
Come on! But no, there is some legitimacy to some of the third-party programs, and I do think that FFXIV app does give somewhat of an unfair advantage, and I wouldn't use it, and nor would I encourage its use.
Well, first of all,
But-
here's the bottom line.
But I think the greater question is it going to end up being like Windower was in FF11, where it's a tool that enough people use for completely legitimate reasons, like parsing, but also has these features, and it will just become the norm for people to use that. Not necessarily. I mean, it is an advantage, but it would become the norm to use it. I mean, we can argue. I think you can argue that windowing for 11 was.
But that was for a different reason. Like having a windowed mode, like that was something that.
No,
was,
I agree. I agree. But that was the initial reason that people had it on their computer was to. I'm just going to use it for windowed mode. That's it. I'm only ever going to ever use it.
It came with other stuff. Sure.
I'm only ever going to use it to alt tab. I'm going to unload the TP meter bar. I'm going to unload all of the other stuff.
TP
but then,
meter bar, recast, stuff like that. Those are things that the game should have had.
I totally agree. But even people who started off saying that, eventually they started using the macro function, and then they started loading the TP meter. And
if that game would have had a windowed mode, do you think Windower would have caught on as quickly and like wildfire as it had?
That's what I'm saying. No. But and that's exactly what I'm saying for this FFXIV app. Mm-hmm. If FF14 had a native parser in it, the need for this app would be gone. Why is there no parser?
Why do you necessarily need a parser, though?
Because everyone wants to know how much damage you're actually doing.
I mean, it really... name an MMO where parsing hasn't been a part of it. I mean, even going back into EverQuest, you had parser.
I don't give a fuck.
No,
that means you're a terabad.
Yeah.
Congrats.
Then how
casual.
Come when we did Circus the other day, and there was that super mega ultra black mage who was EP-ing all over the place.
Because you weren't using Quelling Strikes.
And then I pulled... No, I did use Quelling Strikes, actually, at that point. On Zande, what the fuck's that last? Zand. Yep. I don't know if the tank died or he just lost hate, but it came after me, and that black mage was just like, oh, no one's ever threaded me before.
Power level over 9,000.
He also had terrible glamour. You remember the guy, weren't you?
Oh,
in there?
yeah. That guy.
That fucker.
So, but I mean, I think that's really the question: is this a feature that is core enough to the community?
Wide scan, right?
Yeah. That's a great way to describe it. It is essentially wide scan. Yeah.
But how many people? Well, here's the thing. Okay, first of all, bottom line
is
nobody has any reason. If they see a hunt, they can fucking kill it. That's their prerogative.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Sure. And etiquette is starting to pop up that you should wait for other people because you only have to get in a few hits.
Right.
There's more than enough time.
Right.
That would be nice. But the bottom line is it's not necessary. No. You can call them dicks, whatever. But at least you don't have to fucking claim it. Like, come on, can't we just look at like the silver lining here? What this NM system could have been? Imagine everything that there is right now, but only one party gets a claim. Only one person gets a claim.
Yeah.
How fucked up would that be?
Oh, well, yeah. Okay. Imagine all of those people trying to compete for claim. I mean, it'd just be insane.
So you missed a fucking bee. First of all, if anyone's complaining about bees, get over your fucking self.
Yeah.
All right? Isn't there more than one bee per zone?
Oh, yeah. You can have multiple bees up per zone.
Come on.
Yeah.
All right?
Yeah.
Even A's, how much allied seals do A's give?
20?
20?
Yeah.
Okay, so one is worth 4. You could get more B's in the time that it takes an A to respawn.
Yeah.
All right?
Right.
And how long does it take for S's to actually die when they do?
I don't know, like maybe 5 minutes, if that.
But because they take so many people, you should, unless you just log on really late, have plenty enough time to be there.
You should have a shot, yeah.
Right?
Right.
So honestly, just quit your fucking bitching about it.
It is a lot of belly aching. There is a lot of butt hurt. The butt hurt is really real.
The thing was,
really real.
Before a lot of the complaining stemmed from before the update hit, which increased their HP by a shit ton.
Well, yes, but people are still complaining. I mean, it does. You're right. It has helped. Mobs aren't dying instantly. They're dying in 30 seconds.
They would die within one global cooldown. You get one hit, and that was it.
Yeah, you couldn't even get through. You couldn't even get through one skill rotation.
Did they increase
one global cooldown? You get one hit. The mob is dead.
Oh, wow. That is really
bad. Did they increase HP for B's, A's, and S's?
Yes.
Okay, because even that S that I fought on the first day seemed to die pretty quickly.
Yes.
Yeah. They all die really quickly. They still die really quickly. I mean, you're talking a matter of 10 seconds versus now 45 seconds, if that.
45 seconds is
it is enough for more people to get there. I'll definitely grant that. But I'm not sure that it solves the problem. And really, the problem is that
how do you solve that problem though? You don't.
You outclass the gear that it's putting out. That's how you solve the problem. You get people back into other events, and or you nerf it and you take some shit out of there, which
You can't do now.
If people but if they did that, people would lose their fucking minds.
That would be the worst thing that Square Enix could do. Because
People would lose their they would lose
So
their shit.
what about are we talking capping allied seals for the week?
You
It's
can't do
still-
that either. That's the
it's-
same thing.
because-
I
Still
feel
not a
like.
great fix.
How do you fix it then?
I don't know. And I've been thinking about this now for 4 or 5 days as I've been watching this rage roll around Eorzea. I do not know. I don't know what the fix is. Maybe we should take some callers. Maybe some callers will
Maybe
have some
someone
insight.
else knows the fix.
Sweaty Teabaggins, what's the fix? Let dog give seals?
No, that's Dong.
Dong. What?
Let Dong give seals.
That's not that's,
Why would dongs give seals?
I don't know. He's missing an O though.
Is it Is it dong, dang, dings?
Definitely Dongs.
Let dongs give seals. Dungeons? Let dungeons give allied seals?
No, that's silly.
Basically, I think he's saying you need seals to come from someplace else.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
dungeons.
that
So
doesn't make
all right, no,
sense.
not dungeons. What about because what's the main competition for allied seal stuff? It's coil, right?
Yeah. Well,
What about this?
wait, no, for allied seals? No,
Yeah, sorry,
nothing
allied
else.
seals.
Nothing else gives allied seals. It's
No,
only
no.
mark.
What I mean is the gear you're getting from
Oh.
allied seals. The competition is
Yeah,
is from coil.
Is coil, basically.
Okay, so what if because the only thing that I think is now being underused is the hunt board. Why use the hunt board?
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
More needs to go into the hunt board, and maybe what they need is not just open world hunts. Maybe there's a weekly dungeon or weekly raid hunt. You know, where
That's not a bad idea. Okay.
Go into fifth coil, fourth coil, whatever the coil for the week is,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Down this boss, turn it in for like a really decent chunk.
Okay, that's not bad. That's not bad. Another thing that they could do, they could just add sands to Circus Tower.
No, that won't.
I mean, it'll help a little bit. Just a
bit.
very little bit. But I mean, like the fact that sands don't come out of Circus Tower is kind of silly.
weird considering the fact that you can get sands in this other method.
right? And it seems that there's
What's the sand drop rate in coil? Because you get one lockout.
That's a great question.
Maybe
I
more
really, I
sands
wish
need to
Nico,
drop in coil as
I wish
well.
Nico was here.
Instead of like, let's say,
But I know
one drops off the last boss.
Right.
Maybe there needs to be more sand output in coil.
Or maybe just more sand output in general. I mean, it seems like that's sort of the big ticket item outside of Alexandrite out of hunts. That's what most people are going for is the sands. So if you add more methods to get sands, it will take at least some people out of the pot. If some people feel like they're getting out what they need, then it'll take some people out of the hunt pool. So we're going to take a caller here. We're going to talk to Tetsukage Mitsu of Leviathan. What's up, man?
Tetsukage Mitsuzo, not much.
Whatever.
I actually
name.
just finished a couple S rank hunts on my server.
Oh, did you? Congratulations. Congratulations. Did you get full attribution for him?
On the first one, yes, I got nothing from the second one.
What is full
Owned.
what is full attribution for an S rank? Because I have not done a full attribution S rank.
50 allied seals and 200 mythology. I don't know about the soldiery because I'm usually capped on the first day.
Yeah, 200 myth out of an S rank. That's real. I mean, that alone is enough reason to be doing hunts. So I take it that that you've been enjoying the hunt. It sounds like you've been successful.
As successful as I can be on a PlayStation 3.
Oh,
I was hunting all day yesterday, and I made a third of what all the PC players in my party made.
I bet. Have you actually gotten anything out of it yet?
I did finish collecting a Sands of Time yesterday. I
Congratulations.
did get a blood spattered mark log from my first S rank.
That does
on the first day.
That does help. It helps quite a bit. I mean, that's a third of the way
250
there.
It's 250 right there.
Yeah, exactly. What piece did you end up unweathering?
The body.
Yeah, of course, that's everyone's first.
I mean, I'm stuck on T6, and I had to go with the body.
Yeah. So, how do you feel about the hunt rage that's going around right now?
I think it's a waste of time. I mean, like you guys were saying earlier, I mean, with B ranks, the prize is so low and they pop so often compared to A's and S's that I was there. I've killed a few with only me and a couple buddies on B ranks, and nobody's noticed. But I mean, if somebody saw, it would be a big deal.
Oh yeah, they would be calling you out to Reddit, and they'd be posting your name all over the forums and trying to tell people that you're a terrible player. It's really awful the way that people are kind of reacting to this.
Oh yeah, they are. I mean, it's crazy. Like you guys were saying earlier, like as soon as if you're claiming stuff and people aren't there, you're called a bot.
Oh yeah,
using radar. I seen this yesterday in my group. Even like there's one guy named Sour Milk, and they were doing it to him the whole time. Like they're like, oh, there's people in our link shell giving out information. I'm like, what? No, we're not the only group of people out there with 60+ members looking for this.
Yep. And that's really the reality, is that there's just so many people doing it. I have to be honest. I have been shying away from hunts at peak times. I will do them at like 2 a.m, 4 a.m, but you could not pay me enough at 8 o'clock in the evening to go out and try to do a hunt.
Perfect example of people, no matter what you give them, they're going to find something to complain about. This is literally entirely on them. You just didn't get there in time.
Yeah.
That's literally all this is. And it doesn't matter if they botted, if they freaking hacked and used wide scan, whatever. You didn't get there in time. Suck it up.
Yeah,
I mean, they gotta be happy with enough with the fact that they were given a chance to get there. I mean, I feel a little left out because I don't know if you guys have played on PS3, but we have a horrible loading time.
Oh
and we
God,
Oh geez, now you're gonna bitch about your horrible loading time.
I'm not bitching about it. I'm actually not bitching about it. I mean, I do find it bothersome, but there's plenty of other things I can do in the meantime.
Yeah.
Me and Nero, because of our connection, sometimes like I was talking earlier when we were I think we were off show. I remember.
No. I think we were on show.
Yeah, the whole fat chocobo thing.
Yeah.
I just attributed it
to
him.
Yeah.
Fuck that chocobo.
I was always laughing about that too, heading to a hunt and I see all these fat chocobos running by me. I'm like, what is this? I'm riding a regular chocobo.
Yeah, why would you choose the fat chocobo? It always feels slower. I know it's not. I know that it's not, but it always feels
some motivation.
Slower. Yeah.
Oh, and they will. I can't remember where I read it, but I'm pretty sure they did say something about they will be adding Sands of Time to Circus Tower.
Yeah, I think they had said that they were considering doing that, but they were going to look at the output from Coil. And really, I'm not sure that they should be looking at the output from Coil. I think they need to go back and reevaluate the output that are coming out of hunts.
I feel like some intern just put like the sands and the oils into the game as like a joke. As a reward for hunts, and now it's like blown up and they can't do anything about it now. I feel like that's what's happening.
Like someone didn't think that decision fully?
Yeah. They're like, just throw those
we'll
two
just
things.
put it in there.
Whatever.
Yeah. What's some good stuff that we can put in there? Sands?
Oils?
Sand? Oils? Okay.
I thought probably what they were thinking, because it does take, people said it takes quite a bit of grinding.
No, you're right.
But the problem is, because certain people get into this mentality that, I have to keep, it's the Atma thing all over again.
Yeah.
I have to do this Atma. I have to spend every waking moment doing this Atma. Why are they making me grind for 12 hours straight? Why are they making me do that?
No, you're right.
Well, it's like the same kind of thing they did with the Atma. It's really just to, in my opinion, liven up the zones again. Because as soon as a whole bunch of people finished that wanted to do their Atmas, we all stopped doing Atmas.
Right.
Zones started dying again.
Right.
And now this brings us back.
No, but it's a good idea.
Absolutely.
And in terms of that goal, they totally met their goal. They completely met.
I would say that
it does make the world feel very populated.
It does, and honestly, at this point, I mean, sure, they could have maybe thought about a better design to where it wasn't taking, where people weren't doing this more than they were doing Coil. But I think that in this case, most of this, because it's all well thought out, but I think most of the fault here falls on the attitude and the view of the players, the way that they're treating it.
Yeah, no, I totally agree.
Fuck you guys.
I totally agree. I think the reaction from the community has been pretty deplorable. And it's always these people who claim that they're trying to crusade for good, that they're trying to. I'm just trying to get all the cheaters out of my game. I just want the cheaters out.
There's 100,000 people on my server, and 99,000 of them cheat.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Everyone who got to that hunt before you is a cheater. Remember that. Thank you for the call, Tetsu. Is there anyone you want to give a shout out to? You want to give a shout out to your FC?
Yeah, Watari Free Company on Leviathan server. We're always looking for people. I run it myself, but we're kind of small at the moment. Thanks for having me, guys.
Hey, thanks for calling. Tetsu Kage, right?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, there we go. Thanks for the call, Tetsu Kage. We really appreciate it. If you want to call in and talk about your feelings, just your feelings,
Tell us how you feel.
We want to know if you want to talk about
listening.
If you want to talk about your feelings about hunts and the hunt rage and the reaction from the FF14 community, add us on Skype. The account name is Limit Break Radio, or you can call 810-515-8715. And you can get a hold of us that way. We're going to be taking plenty more calls on this.
We're going to get a call from somebody now who's just going to be like, I don't know, man. Just sometimes I feel like, what's the point?
Depression is no joke.
It's a Dragoon. He's like, I just don't feel like jumping around anymore.
Oh, God. It's a Scalia trying to hide his voice. I don't get a pet, guys. I'm really sad.
I just don't feel the same without Scott.
I've never really had a lot of friends, so it's like my pet was my friend, and now they've taken that away, and they're forcing me to be social with other people, and I don't want to do it. I don't want to.
All right, we're gonna take another call. I think we've got. Geez, there's the echo. The echo hole's back. But I think
we want to talk to that guy anyway.
No. He's here. Saskia, what's up, dude?
Hey guys, how's it going? It's been a while.
Good, man. Good. How you?
Oh, I'm good here, working on my books.
Yeah. What book are you working on?
Actually, let me check. I think it was Skyfall 2. I got like 3 more, and I'm done with it.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
Congratulations. Yeah. So, have you been taking part in the hunts?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
I already got 2 Alexandrites out of it.
Nice. Been busy.
How much is that Alexandrite?
200.
It's not bad. That's not bad.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good. So, what do you feel about the hunts? Do you think it was a good addition to FF14?
Well, I know some people said that the XI system was better.
Yeah.
And I kind of wondered that because most of my seals came from just throwing out a bunch of scathes and somebody else killing the bomb. I always solo my hunts.
Oh, you're soloing, so you don't even get into a party for them.
Oh, it's one of those solo players.
How often do you get full attribution?
You know what? Since I'm wandering around a lot, I'd say about like 5 or 6 times I got a full out of a B rank. I got to an S rank once and didn't get credit for it.
Oh.
So that was kind of a bummer.
Yeah.
But
when I did my 1 S rank, I mean, I was there from the beginning of it, but that's back when they died quick. I feel like I only remember getting like 5 or 10 seals.
Yeah, you
Were
probably
you in a party?
didn't get full attribution.
No.
See, that's the thing is that, I mean, for A and S rank, you really do want to be in a party.
Can you get partial credit for Bs?
Yeah, and it's only 1 seal.
Ugh. I was going to say like 5's already pretty low.
Yeah,
1?
it's brutal. Yeah, 1 is pretty bad.
Savage, even.
Yeah, but I have an advantage. I could play at work, so.
We got
this guy in here.
I'm jealous.
Yeah.
I'm jealous. I wish I could play from work. If I had a PS4, I could be able to remote play from my Vita. But I don't.
There you go.
Yeah, I wish I did. So what do you think about like the community reaction? I'm sure that you've been seeing some of these shout fights that happen after people pull hunt mobs, or the witch hunts that'll happen afterwards. What do you feel about that, man?
Man, I had to leave 2 hunt link shells because of it. It was just the stupidest thing ever.
It really does bring out sort of the worst in people.
Yeah, the way I look at it is, it's like little kids. One kid has a toy, and the other one wants it.
Yeah.
Even if the other one shares it with him for a little while, then takes it back, he's still going to cry and want it.
Yeah.
That's how I see it.
Yeah. If you're not getting full attribution at every single shout, then of course you're failing. And I don't really understand the mentality. It's something that I do like an hour before I'm ready to log off. I do it for an hour, maybe an hour and a half, and then I say, all right, it's time to go.
Like, I have some advice.
I do it sort of after I'm done with everything else.
You're in a party doing this, right?
Yeah.
What do you do? Like, I never... Do you just, like, walk around randomly in zones?
I don't know how exactly what happens, like, in our link shell, but basically there seems to be a few key people who, like, already have locations memorized.
Well, I think these are the people that have 5 or 6 link shells for it and are just sharing any and all info between them.
Well, because there was one guy in our link shell, because we actually followed him to a place, and like we're following him around. He's like, "I'm just looking right now." Guys.
Yeah. That happens.
So there are some people who actually, just run around like looking in known spots.
Yep.
Someone else mentioned having a spreadsheet from somewhere, so I assume he has like the ranks and the names and the locations and possible spawn points for them.
Right.
But
when I was going after Null,
Why would you?
when he first
Null
came
this
in-
again.
No, actually on Excalibur, random people did something awesome. People that had no affiliation with another. They didn't know each other. They all went to random spawn spots, and when he would spawn, they would just yell at just the whole zone, complete and total strangers, Null's over here. They would give up their time.
I found
and that's
Null.
good.
Null was
those
actually the
spots
first
to
one
do
I
that.
found. I was doing my Exali Bold Wings for my book, and I was walking, and people were shouting about Null this, Null that, and all that. And I come around a corner, and he's just sitting there by himself, and I'm like, found Null, like with the position and stuff. And Kendra Bronzewing from our link show was like, "Oh my god, I'm coming! Don't kill it! Don't!" And I didn't even pull it. Like I sat there, a bunch of people showed up. Somebody else pulled, so I started killing it, and then it died, and then people started shouting. It's like, what do you do?
And not just shouting, fucking raging.
Speaking of
especially if it's an S rank. I mean, people lose their fucking minds.
This is how we combat that, okay? Until Square Enix can find a way to help thin this out and make it so that, everyone's fair chance or whatever, even though it is a fair chance the way it is. This is what you do. Whenever you see anyone else start raging over it, blacklist that person. Eventually, all the rages are going to be blacklisted.
No. Eventually, you will have 200 people on your blacklist, and it will be full.
Yeah, like
pretty much.
1 hour.
So what Square Enix needs to do is increase the blacklist capacity.
There you go.
Please
no,
look
but here's
forward to
one
it.
thing that I was thinking of, because this popped in my head a little while ago. Remember Nizul Isle? In there, you could find random NMs and have a shot at their drops.
Okay. Right. Yes, I do remember that.
Why not have free companies, or not free companies, grand companies have a thing where they send you to a location, they give you random mobs to hunt, and then right there you have a shot at the other infamous mobs.
That's not a bad idea. I mean, sort of like how they put in like the occasional notorious monster for Lev quests.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like every once in a while,
something pops up. You
yeah.
know, that might even be a
But
way
it
to get
doesn't-
people into leave quests, is if that notorious monster could possibly drop allied seals. I think that maybe
that would work.
They just need to put either allied seals somewhere else.
Just low distributions.
Right,
of them.
right. Or they need to put sands, more sands
More
dropping out of
sands,
coil.
yeah.
Or dungeon hunts,
Right.
or raid hunts or whatever.
You know what? Actually, and this is a little bit unrelated, but I do kind of want to bring this up. They really need to take the fucking crafting drops out of the 3 new dungeons.
Oh God!
Especially for that first update, that first until
Keep them in high level roulette. That's fine.
Exactly.
But the 3 new ones,
people
no.
are doing those for glamour gear, and it is just the worst when 3 treasure chests
Didn't we run
end up
Hullbreaker
Yes.
and we got, I think, the monocle drop.
Yeah.
Everything else was crafting.
Yeah.
I remember being in a dungeon once, and it was the second boss that drops 2 things. Both chests were cooking sherry.
But here you go and you run Sestasha or you run Tamtara easy mode. Every single chest is a piece of gear, and I mean it makes sense because they're trying to gear that out. But people are trying to run these for glamour, and already there are people get
Animal
shit
fat.
People get shit luck with this stuff. I mean,
Potash.
I got really lucky with my glamour set because I never saw 2 pieces of the same gear drop. Like my gear, the tank gear. I never saw 2 hands. I never saw 2 legs.
Honestly, I don't know why they still drop in there, because you can buy them with allied seals, so...
The Hullbreaker dungeon?
No.
Oh.
Crafting materials in general.
Oh, the craft. Yeah, no,
Honestly,
that makes sense.
If it was up to me, take them out of dungeons altogether.
Absolutely. I totally agree with that.
It's ridiculous how they've gone with it, because I mean, I'm a crafter. I've got everything at 50. Mm-hmm. I go into dungeons and I see these crafting items drop, and I myself think, why?
Well, because now they have no value. They're all like 5K a piece.
Yeah.
I mean, before, when they at least cost, what was the thing before myth?
Philosophy.
Before that,
Philosophy, yeah. When they still cost philosophy, they were at least like 20K a pop. I mean, it was pretty worthless currency, but the reason that they were added to dungeons in the first place was as a countermeasure to removing philosophy tomes from the game entirely.
Yeah.
But since they add them to Grand Company seals, they don't need them in the dungeons.
Exactly. Yeah.
I mean, or at least have them drop from like high-level leaves or something.
Something. Yeah. No,
Yeah.
I totally
Just
agree.
not dungeons.
I totally agree.
They have no place in dungeons. That's where we go to get our gear. That's where we go to get our. Well, you guys go to get your glamours. Mine, I crafted all of my stuff and
Make me augmented Cashmere robe of casting.
come to Excalibur. I have 3 of them.
You come to our server.
We didn't talk about Decent at all, did we?
Do we know anything about these?
Oh,
I
I could touch on Desynth if you guys want.
All right, touch it for us.
Touch it. We want
Okay.
to. Yeah.
Tell us
Get your mouth off the mic, Nero.
How does it feel?
where are you touching
How
it?
does it feel?
How fast are you going?
Tell me.
Oh, I don't know. Are there any kids?
And I'm out. That's it. I'm done, guys.
Though, side note, my free company calls me the Mikote Hunter. So
Are you using your spear when you go hunting?
oh no, just a nice big wooden club.
No. Oh, okay. You're not doing the heavy thrust action.
Is your club nice and hard?
Oh, that's for when we go into my private room.
On the way that he says it too. All right. Well, touch real Saskia. We got to move on. We've got a couple of other callers.
Sure.
Just touch real real quickly on real synthesis. Quickly.
Nero went to school for this.
Desynth is actually a pretty good thing for crafters because they added that new type of material that you used to make the high level gear.
Right.
To get it, you have to desynth high level gear. Like if you want the Fieldcraft one,
right,
you got to desynth crafting and gathering gear at high levels.
And I hear you got to do it over and over and over again because it's
Yes.
the drop rate on it is really low.
Right, and the one problem with it is that I don't know why Yoshi decided to do this, but if you desynth a high level piece of gear, there's a chance it could decrease another craft's desynth skill.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Yeah. I did hear about that.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So not only are they limiting how high of a decent skill you can have,
I can talk to.
but it will also rot out your other skills. That is dumb.
Pretty much.
Yoshi.
Next time I see Yoshi, I'm going to ask him about that.
Like
By the way,
he
Nero,
seasoned.
I
Like,
asked
the next time that we
all
have
the
our poker night, I'm
No.
just gonna let him know.
Saskia got to talk to Yoshi out at E3 for a while, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I.
What did you tell him?
Oh,
He
I
told
gave
him,
a Nero-
Dark Knight!
Exactly.
Do you call him Yoshi?
Yes.
Did you really?
Are you lying?
Don't lie about this.
No.
I told him to call him Yoshi, by the way.
You should ask him. Like, do you know?
Saskia had asked me if I had any questions for Yoshi when he saw him out there, and all I said was just scream Dark Knight at him for like 5 minutes.
That was dumb of you.
Yeah, that was really dumb. What the
Next
fuck were
time you
thinking?
see him, you should ask him, like, are you aware that to the player base you are Yoshi? You are like a little chibi sheep in their heads. Like, no, it's cool because Ghostcrawler from does he even work there anymore?
Probably.
The World of Warcraft main dude, right?
Yeah.
His character name is Ghostcrawler, so all over the place, and he's sort of taken and made it his own. Is like this little ghost crab.
Yeah.
He's the Ghostcrawler. So Yoshi needs to take this and just own it. He is the
It
Yoshi.
used to be his armor.
He should wear it so no one can use it to hurt him.
Yeah, but no, Nero, his message on Dark Knight, he laughed about it, but I could kind of tell he had a look like that.
Oh, don't even tell me that. Don't even.
A look like you're never
getting
gonna
my
get it.
You're getting my hopes up. God
Hey,
damn
I
it.
let both devs know about Dark Knight. I let Matt know about Dark Knight. So
Yeah, well, I'm sure they know. Thanks.
Yeah.
Thank you, Saskia. Thank you for the call. I appreciate it, man.
no problem. Take care, guys.
Take it easy.
Dark Knight will not exist.
By the way, he's I guess Ghostcrawler's now working at League. He's League of Legends. So,
What? Really?
yeah, that's what.
So he was fired from WoW?
Or he left.
Or he left. One of the two.
He was probably fired.
Why would you fire Ghostcrawler?
Sexual harassment. That's a reason why you would.
Oh man. So thanks for the calls. If you would like to call up and express your opinions about hunts or really anything, if you want to talk, we'll talk about anything FF14 related. You can add the Skype name Limit Break Radio or give us a call on a cell phone or a landline, 810-515-8715, the number to call. So we've got another caller on the line. Donnell, what's up?
Yeah, hi, how you doing, Nero?
Good, man. I'm real good. Glad to finally have you on the show. I know that you tried to call in the last 2 shows, and we weren't able to get it done, so we're really happy to have you.
Thank you. It was just bad timing mostly on my part.
Hey, it happens. So, have you been participating in the hunts?
Yeah, my free company made a quick link show. They all basically on hunts all day. They just been telling positions of different NMs.
Yeah, that's basically the same kind of link shell that Kahlo and I have going on. So, have you gotten anything out of it? Have you been getting a lot of seals? Like, what do you feel like you've been getting out of it?
I've gotten some seals. I haven't focused too much on it.
Mm-hmm.
I've been mostly trying to farm Atma, which is a headache.
Yeah, it sure is.
Hear you there.
I can't really stand it.
So what do you think about the attitudes of other people, man? Like, I'm sure that you've seen some of these shout fights or message board wars where people are just going off on each other about the etiquette surrounding hunts. Do you feel that there's etiquette there?
Well, I can't speak for the servers, but for Goblin, mostly everyone usually waits for a large amount of people.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they give it like 5 or 10 minutes the most.
Yeah.
And then they kill it, so I really don't have that problem.
Right.
But it's not like the Final Fantasy 11 attitude. Like, if Final Fantasy 11, someone get it, they'll just, kill it, and that's it. End of that story.
It was so much. Someone would hold it in FF11. They'd sit there. They'd be on Ninja,
wait for their friends to show up who needed the drop. Or
exactly.
Whatever.
Yeah. They would just hold it and claim it and have just hold it forever.
See,
man.
The thing about this whole holding thing and people being, you didn't hold it long enough. You're obviously hacking. You hold it for 2 minutes, the people who took 3 minutes to get there miss out. You hold it for 10 minutes, the people who took 12 minutes to get there miss out. You hold it for an hour. The person who just logged on and tried to get there is gonna miss it.
Where's the line?
Exactly.
Yeah. What's the threshold? Where do you?
The threshold is stop your bitching.
Yeah. No, I agree. I'm totally with you there. It just, if people stopped complaining when they didn't get their mob that they wanted, it would make this a little bit more pleasant. And I agree with you, Donnell, that it seems like across most servers, most people wait. Maybe there's that one FC that like will pull super early, or they'll pull a bunch really, really quickly, and they won't wait for very many people.
Please be careful.
On Sergeant Tannis, that's Legacy. Legacy does that to us all the fucking time. But
says the Legacy character.
No. The free company Legacy.
Oh,
not
okay.
Legacy players. The free company Legacy. They'll just pull as soon as they've got 4 people there and they feel it's good enough. But for the most part, I feel like people have kind of maintained the etiquette and have said, look, we don't get anything for pulling it early. We don't get extra attribution.
But you do get to go on to the next hunt faster.
Okay.
That is true.
I guess, but I feel like the vast majority of people wait at least 2 minutes.
What you need to realize is they need to try and maintain their allied seals per hour consistency.
They need to make the mobs harder.
Yeah, you think just see, now I was actually thinking about this the other day. The bummer that I think comes along with the hunts is that they've added these new NMs, and God knows if they've added new mechanics with these NMs because they die so quickly.
Who knows?
Right. What did they? I mean, why not just give these mobs auto attack and that's it? Because that's really all they have time to do. What's the point in actually? I mean, there's no point in actually fighting them. You don't have to come up with a strategy.
If they're supposed to be these big, epic, battles, especially the
I don't know
S-ranks.
that they are, but okay.
Do you see their locations? Some of them are fucked up. Like, I have real life friends that just got into the game in Hunting Log. Mm-hmm. And he goes, I just got killed by this big giant bat. I'm like, that shouldn't make no sense. You're way above that level. And then there it is, just standing right there, level 50 or level 22 mobs. I'm like, yeah, that's right. Good job, Square Enix. Bring 11 back.
Well, it does seem like they're bringing a lot of 11 flavor back with this update.
But I was going to say that was the whole point behind Notorious Monsters.
But I like that, though. Mm-hmm. I like that. I do I have to say I do like the increase in competition, just in general in the community. I think that some of the response to it has been pretty dickish, and I think that some of the way that people have been approaching the event has been a little bit dickish. But in general, I am a fan of entropy, and so adding a little bit of competition and adding a little bit of chaos into that mix is fun for me. I think up until now we've been a very tight knit. Okay, let's come together and do the thing sort of community. You know, if I think Crystal Tower was like the one outlier where you'd get a lot of trolls. You know what I mean? But like for the most part, people were really positive on the community and really, you know, let's get together and do stuff.
Bear.
Yeah.
Huggy feely.
My Little Pony sort of, you know, huggy feely bullshit.
I don't know where you're going with that one. Let's get our resident My Little Pony correspondent Escalia in on this.
Friendship is magic. That's where I was going with it. But it does seem that now it's a little bit more cutthroat. It's a little bit more competitive. I mean, you've got Frontlines, you've got PvP, you've got hunts, all of these. Yeah, and Donnell, you were saying you love Frontlines?
Yes, I love it so much.
Nice.
What's your favorite part about Frontlines?
Killing healers, killing mages. Killing mages.
Yeah. They just try to run away, and you're just like on them, and then they stop. They stop and cast like Cure 2, and you're just like, silent shot, no. And then they just stand there. They just stand there because they're like,
why are they not letharging you?
Because they're, what's a white mage? Because they're bad.
Oh, okay, white mage then. Or swift cast sleep. Does sleep work?
Sleep works, but purify.
Swift cast.
You already use swift cast sleep. You don't have swift cast.
Oh, well then while you're asleep, you do a quick ice to freeze you, and then you sprint off. Because if you're going to sprint after me, well, GG there.
Invigorate.
For the NMs, I do like the fact that they at least made them look different, or at least bigger. So you go like, oh shit, what is that?
Yeah. So you're not like walking up to the thing. It's like, is that a S-rank mob? I'm not sure.
Skogs huge ass ladybug.
Yeah. They are pretty readily identifiable as, you know, something other than a mob that would normally spawn around there. Thanks for the call, Donnell. Did you want to give any shout-outs? Do you want to shout out your FC?
Yeah, I'd like to give a shout-out to Fairy Tail on Goblin server.
Shout out to Fairy Tail on Goblin. What up, guys? Thanks for the call, Donnell. I really appreciate it. It was good to have you on.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Yep. It does seem like, this is a very contentious event. There's a lot of interest in it, which is good. I think a lot of people are logging in to do it. And that's obviously good. But there does need to be some kind of counterbalancing issue here.
Some reason not to do it?
The counterbalancing issue is people just need to stop being butthurt. Take the polls out of your asses.
Yeah, I could, yeah.
I don't know. It still has only been, 2-3 weeks?
It has, yeah. And I think that at some point it'll even out. It may take an update, but at some point it'll probably even out.
Just release something else for them to bitch about, and they'll forget about it.
Yeah, kinda. I don't know, man. I feel like there's a couple of ways that you can kind of go about it, and have it be successful. But I mean, Square Enix is the one, obviously, that, you know, they supposedly know what they're doing.
Really?
That's why I said supposedly. Who knows anymore? Oh man. All right. Let's take another caller here. Ryuichi, what's up, man?
Yo, what's up, dudes?
For what? The third week in a row?
Really?
The third episode?
Really?
Yes.
It's pronounced Ryu. Okay? Get your shit together.
Okay, knee casual.
Get your shit together.
Ruchi. That's his name now, Ruchi.
So what's up, Ryuichi?
Juxtapaloozer. Why don't you just,
Oh,
okay?
You
really?
swiped that. You swipe
Really?
that. Ah. She's going to be pissed when she hears that.
Swipe or no swipe?
Good.
Who said that?
Nika. Nika came up with that.
Really?
Juxtapalooza. She called you that. Somebody was asking something the other day in the link shell, and she said, "Oh, just Juxtapalooza."
Oh, well, I wasn't around for that.
You
was I?
weren't. No.
Okay. Wow.
No, you weren't.
Wow. I see how it is. Shots fired behind my back.
At least you do it to her
She said
face.
she was going to save it for the show, but now you just...
Fuck no, I took it.
D75.
Thief 99. Please check it. I got that shit to 99.
Did you?
Yeah.
Any Empyrean weapons?
No. Nero.
Relics?
Well, what's up, Ryuji?
Adjust your camera a little bit towards their map.
I don't know that I want to. It's, ew. Gross.
What? What's going on?
Ew, gross.
What's
They
gross?
can't- still can't see it.
He's definitely got someone sitting in his lap.
I'm pretty sure you can't see it though. 'cause of
Fapping
your
the
chat
realm.
box.
Plus, from where we're sitting,
It is
right here,
It is blocked by the chat. That's funny.
It also from right here looks like it's two chicks. Is that a dude?
Yeah, one of them is a dude.
No, one of them's a dude.
That's me, stupid.
Well, from
Oh,
way,
wait, maybe it is two chicks.
from
then.
way back here, you look kind of feminine. I'm just saying.
So, Ryan, have you been participating in hunts, man?
I've actually done a few hunts, but all my encounters I've done have been like by chance. Because I'd either be doing like hunting log, or be leveling something else, or working on my animus.
And something would pop in your vicinity,
And, like,
and you just
it's just like, oh, okay, hey, this dude's up.
Yeah.
Let's go kill it.
yeah. So what?
And
Go ahead.
I've killed sewer syrup, Gatling, and Ojang so far.
All right, cool.
And during I've experienced like a couple of one person like asked me about how long I've been camping sewer syrup. I'm like, never. I just been working on my animus, and he happened to be up.
Mm-hmm.
And then this person, I was told him, hey, look out for this person because this motherfucker's been cheating.
Mm-hmm.
Like, all right, cool.
Cheater, no
And-
cheating.
Oh no, cheaters.
Yeah, and then when I was killing Ovyang, I was just mind my own business again, announced it, yada yada yada,
Right.
And then we killed it, and then this shithead sends me a tell, just harassing me, he's like, oh, you fucking killed it, I'm gonna kill you in your fucking sleep. I'm like, okay,
Over a B range.
Yeah. Oh, over. Yeah. And I've seen that. I've seen, I'll just use your example, Ryuichi. Ovzhang dead, and then someone goes, I'll fuck your mother in their eye socket. Like, what the fuck?
Go back to WoW.
Jeez.
what is it with people who act like complete children on this game? I don't understand. Like,
Well, it's
like
really
you go on
any
an
MMO.
Well, true, but you go on an MMO and people just lose their fucking minds. It's
Yeah.
like, it's a fucking game. Go take a chill pill. Go get laid. I don't give a fuck, but you need to take a fucking chill pill because I don't feel like
Go
doing this shit.
outside, do something.
But the sun,
It burns the skin.
it burns it hard.
That's your fucking problem.
Sunscreen? I don't know. I don't know how to help you at this point, but yeah. No, I totally agree.
And I don't mean to interrupt here, but on the point of people using third-party tools, I think that's actually kind of funny. And I was logging in, working on my books slowly because I've been kind of slacking off lately.
Mm-hmm.
And I happened to spot two random motherfuckers is in the middle of the sky. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Are you stupid? And I promptly reported, and I just promptly went on the help screen and reported. I was like, hey, there's two dumbasses over here and fucking floating in the sky.
Huh.
Sky hacks.
Sky hacks.
Yeah, pretty much. You see screenshots of that. Like, I've seen a couple of screenshots like that on Party Finder, Elite Party Finder. Like, yeah, I've seen that before.
Yeah, I mean, I cannot, from looking at another player, diagnose their actions and what third-party tools they're using. So, me personally, I'm not going to call anyone out for hacking. I'm not going to call anyone out for using a third-party tool because just looking at your character, I have no idea.
Juxta
Well, I
uses
know.
glamour hacks.
I know when people are hacking, so I call them out on it, and I think they're a bunch of jerks for pulling.
Oh, yeah?
I mean,
Oh,
just
those people who pull
blatantly
before
in
I
the
get
middle,
there?
just,
Yeah.
just
They're the worst.
chilling in the fucking sky, and I was like, yeah, you're fucking cheating.
I don't know, man. There's a lot of weird
Glitches
that I've glitched through the ground before. I mean, you teleport and it's gone. You fix the issue, but
That's happened, but you can just see plainly in the sky they just fucking just chilling up there. I'm like, really?
I still don't think that that's indicative of somebody hacking. I may think, oh wow, my graphics card's fucking up, but I'm not going to think like, this guy needs to be banned. Square Enix needs to come and investigate.
One of my favorite stories of self-realization, this is back in the FF days, right?
Yeah.
How could you spot a guild seller, right? If you saw someone who was naked, they were on Anon, and they didn't have a link shell, right?
Yeah.
That's a guild seller.
Right.
Right? Me and a friend were camping Leaping Lizzie. We needed, we were on Ranger. Both low levels, didn't have any gear for it, so we were out there naked.
Mm-hmm.
We unequipped our link shell so that we could focus on it, right? And did not get distracted by it. And we were Anon so that people couldn't see what job we were on. Said, hey, can you come do this for us? Right?
Right, yeah.
And I'm just sitting there, and it suddenly dawns on me, I'm a guild seller. All those people that I thought were guild sellers, maybe they had a legitimate reason for everything.
Yeah, it's true. It's stuff like that. It's stuff like that prevents me from submitting, complaint reports to SE.
No, I'm pretty sure your
honestly,
laziness does that.
That's a pretty good point you guys made out there. Just because you're naked and just fucking around and on doesn't mean you're a guild seller.
Right.
I mean,
right.
I see your point with the two people just chill in the fucking sky.
I mean you could be right. Don't get me wrong, Ryu. You could be absolutely right. They could be using some weird third-party tool, but I'm not going to be the one to be like, "Hey, they're cheating. Those guys are cheating up in the air."
What voice is that? That's like old hillbilly redneck.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
That's how I hear everyone who's like, "Cheating. They're cheating."
Waggling their cane. That's why you're late. You're a slow ass.
Yeah, it's so. I mean, I've missed out a couple before. I'm like, fuck, whatever, move on. I mean, it's really not a big deal because it's gonna pop again sooner or later.
Right.
I mean, it's not going anywhere. So if you miss out, you missed out.
Yeah. No.
Stop your fucking bitching. Move the fuck on and grow a pair of balls and be a man about it.
Yep. No, I think that's fair.
Stop being a fucking punk and be all flaming and like you said, it's posting on Reddit and just bashing these people.
Yeah.
They're just doing what they what they want to do. They got no right, to.
There is a difference. There's an inherent difference for someone's douchey behavior through Party Finder in the words that they themselves have sat there and thought of and typed into Party Finder, and a person who is just doing an event that is being called out, air quotes, called out for hacking. That there's a world of difference. There is behavior that does deserve to be called out. There's behavior that deserves to have a spotlight put on it. If you're
you're absolutely right.
That's what's so great about elitist Party Finders. That's what's so great, because there's no way that you can backpedal from some of that shit. You typed that came out of your head. But someone just participating in an event and getting to a mob before somebody else does, and then I mean, let's forget this person who's being accused of hacking, erroneous accusations of hacking. Let's just think about Square Enix for a minute. If they're getting inundated with bullshit like, "Oh, this guy's hacking, you need to ban him," then how are they going to be able to ban the legitimate 128 guild sellers that they ban a month?
Was it that much? I thought they were banned 13.
I bet right now the GM desk is just flooded with that kind of fucking shit.
Totally.
It's like you can tell that there's going to be some poor guy, behind the computer screen, fucking bitch,
it's
shit
some
again.
dildo's job to read all of those complaints. Okay,
we need a GM Dave up in this bitch.
We do need a GM Dave.
You know what? Oh god, I miss reading GM Dave.
Dude,
that's been a good source of laughs.
GM Dave was easily one of the best part of the FF11 community. All right, Ryu, we've got
one more.
Okay, one more thing. One more thing.
one more thing.
Yes.
In terms of new content, I've been really enjoying the shit. Enjoying ST Circus Tower.
Yep.
I've only got my Bard gloves right now, and I'm trying to work on getting a Sands or an Allegan Tombstone or some random piece of equipment out of there.
Right. Grats, man.
Thank you. Working on my Paladin. I'm also working on my my alternate classes.
Cool.
And one thing on my second run of CT2, this was horrible. We wiped the last boss 8 consecutive times.
Ooh, wow.
Because people just couldn't figure out to get in the little levitate when Ancient Quakerow would hit.
Yeah.
And people just it was my party. They kept fucking up. I'm like, oh my Jesus Christ. And then finally it took me. I was like, all right, that's it. I'm gonna start, instruct, and I started to explain the mechanics. And when they started listening to me, it got a lot better. And then we finally cleared that shit. But still, we almost timed out.
There you go.
2 hours. 2 fucking hours. That is bullshit.
Yeah. There definitely are bads in Circus Tower. That's why it's called Circus.
My mind was full of fucks that moment. I'm like, how are you fucking up this badly?
Next time after wipe 1, think about explaining the strat.
Yeah, seriously. Thanks for the call, Ryu. We've got a bunch of other callers that we've got to get to here, and I would ask you if you had any shout outs, but all of your shout outs are probably sitting in this room. So, yeah.
Hey, they know who they are.
Okay.
Sask and everyone else. My tongue's too tied up right now.
All right, man. Well, thanks for the call. We appreciate it. I'm sure we'll talk to you on the next episode. Oh, man.
And obviously his shout outs to me and Juxta because we're awesome.
I just thought of the best way to fix hunts.
Okay, all right.
Make it so the person who pulls the mob gets double seals and double everything.
That whole party should. That way,
no, just the one person.
That will fix it?
Yeah, make it more random and chaotic.
Oh, no, that would make it better for me. I would love to watch that.
But here's the thing. Yeah. How do you bitch at somebody at that point? How do you bitch at them for pulling? That's the point now. If you want the most...
Actually, that's okay.
Pull it.
All right, no, you got
I think it should go to the party, though, because if there are things that you can't take solo... Like, at that point, you're going to have to wait for people to show up, or else you're literally going to pull then die.
See, I
that's
think
the fun part.
Like, when people move on from this event, it's still got to be an event that people can do on their own, or from the most part. I mean, S-rank, yeah, you're probably going to need a party for that for as long as these are
I do like that idea, though. The claiming party should get some type of incentive. If people are complaining about the etiquette, remove the fucking etiquette.
Okay.
I'm for it. I am for that.
It would make it a lot more cutthroat, a lot more competitive, but the butt hurt. Oh god, the butt hurt.
No.
It would
at
be
that point,
the Jedis would hear it, dude. They would be like, I sense a disturbance in the butt hurt.
At that point, you can't, because what would you have done? Let's say that me and Jux is there, we pull it and you get there just in time, but you miss it. What are you going to say? Why the fuck did you pull it? If you were in our spot, what would you have done?
I understand the argument. Totally understand the argument. I don't think it'll make it better. I think that people's irrationality and their butthurtedness would just rage all over that. I that's just my opinion. But I do think that but the problem is not that they're not cycling fast enough. I mean, they're only up for minutes at a time, and I feel like that would just increase like when someone would pull them. Or I think it might have the opposite effect, and more people would start looking into third-party tools.
I was just trying to troll.
Well, congratulations, you failed.
Or did I?
No, you failed.
Well, either way, I came up with a great idea, so I'll take it.
All right, so we got another caller on the line. What's up, Sweaty T Baggins?
Oh no!
I love that name. It's the greatest name, Sweaty T Baggins.
It came from Halo. Used to be IOU T Baggins.
All right. and then updated it to Sweaty. So what's up, Sweaty? Welcome to the show.
Well, a lot, man. Thanks for having me.
Yeah. What server do you play on?
Adamantoise.
Adamantoise. All right.
Bagginses. Adamantoise.
So Sweaty, what do you have you been
Can
doing?
we call him Baggins? Do we have to call him Sweaty?
I like the first name Sweaty.
Sweaty T. Baggins adds the flavor, man.
The salty flavor.
The salty flavor.
I'm
done. I'm done.
Right across the chin.
So have you been doing the hunts, man? Have you been participating in this shit?
I didn't do it here like last week, but me and my buddy probably today just was like, hey, let's try it. We actually researched it, see how everybody was doing it, and I mean, within 2 hours, I had 300 seals.
There you go.
Over 1,500 mythology. I totally geared out a warrior. It's so powerful that I think that's why you see so many people doing it, because running dungeons in relation is almost worthless.
I totally agree. The amount of